Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Today, I want to talk a little bit about the worldwide pandemic hoax. Okay, I did a video on this early in March of 2020. I recognized immediately what the Democrats were trying to do with this. I recognized that they were going to try and use it as a mechanism to try and destroy our economy, just so that they can turn around and blame it on Trump. Without this, they really did not have any other talking point other than to say that Trump says mean things. Okay, so now I'm not saying that the virus itself is not real. It's real, but the panic that has been created around it is a hoax. Okay, and I've actually met paramedics because I'm pretty close to New York City. I'm about like an hour and a half, 2 hours from New York City. I've actually met paramedics who have been to the nursing homes, right, to Cuomo's nursing homes, where he herded all the elderly together and they all got sick and they all died. I've actually met the paramedics that tagged the bodies. Okay, so the virus itself is real, but the pandemic is a hoax. Now, the thing I wanted to address in this video is, how is it possible that there can be a worldwide conspiracy against Trump? Why would Europe be interested in feeding into something like this? Okay, that's the thing I wanted to address in this video. And the truth is that, yes, the Europe in particular does hate Trump. They hate him because of the NATO bill that he gave to them. Okay, before Trump, Europe paid almost nothing as far as NATO goes, and Trump, increased the amount of money that they would have to pay by a very small margin compared to what they should be paying, and they absolutely hated him for it. And as soon as COVID became a thing, they absolutely jumped on that bandwagon. And they recognized that this was a way to get rid of Trump, who was making them pay a lot of money. So the reason why I'm making this video is because every time I tell people, usually on the internet someplace, that this is that COVID is a hoax. And when I say that, I don't mean the virus itself is a hoax, but the panic that they've created, where they've shut down the economy with the lockdowns and with people wearing masks. The masks are absolute nonsense. Just because I'm so close to New York City and I do a lot of traveling to New York and New Jersey, I have probably interacted with over 10,000 people this year without a mask and without them wearing a mask, and I'm still alive. Okay, it is a real virus. It mostly affects very elderly people or people with pre-existing conditions. I've gotten that information, like I said, directly from the people that tagged the bodies. Okay, they have told me who are most of the people that died. Now, of course, there are some exceptions. You're occasionally going to have somebody that's young that also dies from it. But hey, okay, you're going to occasionally have somebody that has a peanut allergy and dies from eating peanuts. Okay, that's just part of life. You run into stuff like that. All right. But the thing I want to address is, why would the rest of the world be interested in perpetuating this panic, this hoax? And that's the reason, because Trump makes them pay their bills. Okay, he does not get them. He does not let them slide. He went after Canada. He went after South America. He's gone very hard after China. Probably the only country in the world that really, or one of the countries in the world that really you haven't heard anything about COVID is Russia, because they really don't have a stake in this one way or the other. I mean, they just so completely unattached to to Europe and the United States. They're kind of just doing their own thing. I mean, contrary to what a lot of people say, is I really don't think Russia gives a crap what is happening here. They care about what's going on around their borders, but they really don't care so much about what's going on over here. That's just how I'm reading it, and that's part of the reason why you don't hear much out of Russia as far as COVID-19. You do hear it out of Europe. You do hear it out of out of Canada. You'll hear it from the places where Trump makes them pay their bills. So I just wanted to share that with you, give you guys a chance to digest that, think about it, decide for yourselves if you think that this makes sense, if this is logical. because it seems very logical to me. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it. If you're not a member of the channel, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.